Good morning, everybody. This is Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine here at ToyFair 2015 at the Jacob Javits Convention Center in New York City. It's our third day here. Got one more day to go. We're at Mezco Toyz booth here with Pierre. He's going to show us and tell us about some of the new products coming out from Mezco, like Mortal Kombat X, Breaking Bad. They're still working. Yes, they're still working on those. Okay, for you Walter fans. They have Bugs Bunny, Gigantor. Okay, for y'all who don't know Gigantor, that's my age group right there. Okay, yeah, I'm an old guy, and yeah, I still like that stuff. Okay, and the one from 1 to 12, right? 1 to 12, 112. So he's gonna tell us about some of the new things coming out from Mezco. So with that, here he is, the man himself, not Mike this trip. Mike's taking a break. It's Pierre.
Thank you very much for coming. Like Rod already said, welcome to ToyFair 2015, the Mezco Toy Toy booth. Got some great product to show you guys. We're going to start off with Sons of Anarchy. Even though the show's gone off the air, it's still got some popularity behind it. So we've got 2 new figures coming. We've got Gemma and Opie coming next month. In early May, we'll be releasing a 12-inch Jax figure, who's like the seminal character from the show. We're also doing a 6-inch version of that same Jax figure, which will be out in midsummer. It's a fantastic sculpt, great likeness, and I'm really excited about that figure. After that, we got the continuation of Breaking Bad. The show's been off the air for like a year and a half now, and it's just getting more and more popular. It's amazing. So we're doing a 12-inch Heisenberg figure. We're doing a 6-inch Saul, which is cool because Better Call Saul just debuted. It's a fantastic show as well. Gus Fring, who's out now, and you're seeing the variant Gus Fring there in the corner with the exploded face, which is exclusive to Entertainment Earth. It comes in a collector box that you're seeing in the background there. On the shelf below that is concept art for the continuation of the 6-inch Breaking Bad line. So we're doing Walter White from Episode 1, Season 1. And even though he appears like that maybe for 10 minutes on screen, it's such an iconic image from the show that it had to have a figure. So we're making him, we're making Mike, who also appears in Better Call Saul, which is, again, lucky for us, and Jesse Pinkman in street clothes. Next cabinet over here, we got Bugs Bunny, based on a classic Tex Avery design. I grew up watching Looney Tunes, so I'm very excited about this figure. It's going to be 24 inches tall. It's a gigantic figure. It will be rotocast, I think, so it won't be super articulated, but it will have some articulation. The shelf below that, you're seeing our very first Thundercats figure, Lion-O, and we're also going to be making Tigra, who's the last of the adults of the core group of Thundercats. I know a lot of fans have been clamoring for him, and I'm a huge Thundercats fan, so I'm excited to finally be getting him done. And it gets us one step closer to actually finishing out the team. I know we still have Wily Kit and Wily Cat to go, but we are closer to being able to make Tigra this year than we were last year, so I'll take that as good news, and we'll see where we go from there. Mortal Kombat is it's going to be a huge license, I think. What you're seeing on the top shelf here is Series 1 of the 6-inch on the left side, so it's Raiden, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion, and on the right side is Series 2, so it's Kitana, Kotal Khan, and Quan-Chi. And these are all designs based on MKX, the video game that's coming out in a couple months. It's got great buzz, the graphics look fantastic, the character design is really impressive. So we're really behind Mortal Kombat as a brand. We've got 6-inch figures, we've got 4-inch figures on the next shelf. We're also developing rotocast 12-inch figures, as well as 2-inch Mez-Itz, plush, and bobbleheads. The shelf below that is Gigantor, who is a very cool character from the Gigantor cartoon of the 60s. And even if you don't know the cartoon, everyone loves giant robots, and Gigantor is going to be 2 feet tall. So it's going to be a very, very impressive figure, and I'm looking forward to that one myself.
Is it going to be rotoscoped like Bugs Bunny? Or?
It'll either be roto or blow molded. The final say hasn't been made yet, but it will have some articulation, but it won't be super articulated.
What about Bugs Bunny?
Bugs Bunny will also be articulated. I think something like maybe a ball-jointed neck and shoulders, and then he'll have cut joints at the wrists, hips, and ankles. So,
will you guys be making any action figures out of Bugs Bunny and Gigantor?
As it stands now, we're only doing what you're seeing here. Not to say that we won't do something else, but as it stands right now, we've got the 2-foot tall bugs and the 2-foot tall Gigantor, and we'll see where we go after that. We'd like to. We're fans of Looney Tunes. We're fans of Gigantor, but we'll have to see how they do. So.
And right now we got some buyers in the way.
Yes.
Just say in the way, but
it's always crowded. And that's a good thing for us. So.
Well, we're gonna wait till they finish, and then we'll get right back to it.
All right. We can jump over to Dread if you want to.
Oh, okay. Let's hop on over to Dread.
All right. So what you're seeing here is the second figure in the 112 collective line. 112 is a huge initiative for us at Mezco. It represents a new course, I think, for us as a company. We are trying to get the aesthetic that you get in a high-end collector's 12-inch figure, or even a quarter-scale figure, but you're getting that in a 6-inch figure for a third of the price. So where some companies are selling, high-end collector figures for $200 or $250, our Dread is up for pre-order right now for $65. And we're trying to put as much quality into these figures as we can possibly get. So fully articulated, he's got 32 points of articulation. He's got a gun in his clip. The clip comes out. He's got an extra ammo clip in his belt. He's got 2 grenades that come out of his belt. The zipper actually works. He's got a holster for his gun in his boot and a sheath for his knife. So 112 is going to be really big for us. We're at the very, very early stages of this. And I know you guys have only seen 2 figures so far. But we have a lot more behind the scenes in the works, and we're really excited about where this is going.
Now the top one here, does he come with the bike, or is that just for now, just for
the bike is in development. What you're seeing here is a prototype of the bike. The bike is actually in Hong Kong right now. We're working with our team over there, trying to figure out exactly how we're going to get the bike done. Whether it's going to be what it's going to be made out of, what kind of plastic, whether it's going to have metal on it, if it'll have lights and sounds. So at this point I don't have any release information because the release date and the price will change depending on where we settle on how much we're actually going to be able to cram into the bike. Because ideally we'd like to have the bike be the best representation of the Lawmaster ever. And it's up to us to figure out how to do that and keep the cost reasonable. So that's what we're trying to do right now. And then I guess we can walk over the Batman case. And what you're seeing in this case here is the first figure in our 112 collective line. It's the Dark Knight from The Dark Knight Returns. And you're seeing the 3 different versions of Batman that we're making. So on the bottom shelf is the black and gray version, which is the regular retail version. The light blue and gray, which is exclusive to Diamond through Previews magazine. And on the top shelf is the dark blue and gray, which is exclusive to MezcoToyz.com through Mezco Direct. If you caught that on the camera pass by real quick, you also notice a mutant leader on the second shelf. So that will be probably the 3rd figure in the 112 collective line. And like all the other figures in the line, it will be fully kitted out with a bunch of accessories. It'll have interchangeable hands, alternate heads, and a bunch of accessories. So the goal of 112 is really to give the collector a complete and as perfect a representation of the character as we can possibly get. And finally, we've got LDD still continuing. It's 17 years strong. So what you're seeing on the top shelf is a tease of LDD Oz, which is going to be kind of like what we did with LDD Wonderland, where it's our take on the fairy tale. So the tagline for LDD Oz is "We're off to kill the wizard." Next to that, you're seeing LDD Creature, which is we did something new on this figure that we haven't done on previous figures. Really, it's an entirely new sculpt. So from head to toe, it's all new tooling. Usually we're reusing the same body on LDD, but for Creature, we didn't feel that did the character justice. So what you're seeing is an entirely new sculpt specific for the Creature. We'll also be doing a good guy version of Chucky in LDD, and we're showing off LDD 29 on the next shelf, which is coming out in May. And below that, we've got 2 dolls that are currently out now. We've got Annabelle from The Conjuring and LDD Kiss of Death, which is kind of like our Valentine's Day LDD. On the shelf below that, you're seeing Rotoplush Mother from Psycho. This was a doll that was supposed to be out last year, but got delayed, so we're trying to get it out this year. And then finally is a prop replica of the doll from Annabelle, or Annabelle the doll, rather, from The Conjuring. So that'll be full scale and terrifying as the movies are. We also got more Chucky items. Chucky is a huge brand. It's the kind of character that survives now based on its own popularity and not based on movies that are released surrounding it. So we've got the stylized Chucky, which came out last year. We'll be re-releasing him this year. We're also doing a good guy version of that stylized Chucky, as well as 4-inch clip-on plush, 2-inch Mez-Itz, and we're re-releasing both of our previous 15-inch talking figures, the Scarred Chucky and the Good Guy version, both with new sound chips. So it's the same doll, but he says different and even more terrifying things. And then finally on the bottom shelf is our plans for Beetlejuice. We'll be doing a 9-inch stylized figure, kind of like what we did with Universal Monsters in previous years. And we're also doing 2-inch Mez-Itz as well as plush. We've always been huge fans of Beetlejuice, and we've actually done some Beetlejuice product in the past. And it worked out for us that they just announced a sequel recently. So interest in Beetlejuice will probably, be boosted again because of that. So it's a good time to be in the Beetlejuice business.
Won't be using the same actor.
They actually got Michael Keaton back. Michael Keaton, I think Winona Ryder also signed off on it. So, yeah.
Well, thank you, Pierre, from Mezco Toyz, for giving us this rundown of what's coming from Mezco Toyz for this year and into next year, no doubt. Because I know there's some secret stuff you couldn't tell me. Every show, every company you go to, yeah, this is it. Then you go, after you turn off the camera.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, you see? Well, see? What I tell you? Then they start saying, oh, take a look. But we couldn't show that. No, I'm sorry. So, yeah. But trust me, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff coming out from Mezco Toyz and everybody here that I've been interviewing. You will see everything coming out eventually, if not now. Other than that, I'm Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine here at ToyFair 2015 at the Jacob Javits Convention Center in New York City. With that, take it easy, everybody.